assertive. Better. Come.
Mr. Parry's here to...
Well, for God's sake, let him in, woman. And don't be so tentative. It makes me nervous. Confidence is 90% of success. Ah, Andrew. I want you to see this.
From Simon.
What was the first thing I told you when you joined this company?
85% of running a company is good leadership.
And?
The remaining 15 is about creating a competitive atmosphere in the workforce. Shall I kill the lights?
Slaughter them.
Good morning, sir. Morning. Ah, excellent choice. I can see that you're fully tuned into state-of-the-art technology.
Well, you know. So, what are you thinking of using this particular masterpiece of Japanese craftsmanship for?
Well, I'm off to the desert, actually.
Oh, holiday. Well, this is the perfect holiday camera. Compact, durable, it's got everything.
That's for my job.
Oh, well, this is the business machine. State-of-the-art. Professional quality, hard-wearing, stylish, 10-to-1 zoom.
Yeah, I've got to make a video for my boss. Sites of potential timeshare developments.
Timeshare development.
Yeah. Timeshare. You really never thought about that? The considerable advantages of a luxury, state-of-the-art apartment complex in the ideal holiday location of your choice.
Oh.
Scott, discount, bargain, state-of-the-art bit of machinery. And Mr. Khan is now the proud owner of a timeshare apartment in Florida. Just put the commission in the post. I'll collect it when I get back. I tell you, you got the right man for the job. You've either got it or you haven't. Too bad for Andrew that he hasn't, eh?
Bastard. Good. Keep that anger. Use it.
Israel, a land steeped in history. A land where ancient tradition mixes with modern luck. For Pete's sake. Israel, a land steeped in history. A land where ancient tradition mixes with modern luxury. Can you just wait? Just wait there. This is important. Israel, a land steeped in history. A land where ancient tradition mixes with modern luxuries and where a warm welcome is always guaranteed. Israel is also the setting for the very latest in timeshare developments. All right, go on. Go on. Quickly. Israel, a land where 3 religions were born. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. That's enough of the religious stuff. I can cut it right down. You think that's too much? Scott, this place is better than Disneyland. It is Camel World. The original Yellow Brick Road. Hi, nice to see you. Loads of Spurs fans. Stairway to Heaven, obviously. Panic thing. Oh, piss off, piss off. And of course, the grave of Robert Maxwell.
See you later. Bright shining. See you later.
Here in the old city of Jerusalem, you really must try the local produce. One, please, thanks. A popular local snack is falafel. Tasty dish made from fried crushed chickpeas rolled into balls.
Actually, I use broad beans. Many people use chickpeas. What are you doing?
Another favourite of these friendly, simple locals is freshly squeezed orange juice.
You spit it out. Eat it.
It's too spicy.
Eat.
Look, I'm English. It's too spicy. I'm making a film.
A film? Just...
Hi.
Excuse me, you speak Hebrew?
No, what's this?
It's a screenplay.
כן, תגידי לו, זה סרט על אחד שחולם
It's
להיות
about a man
מלך
who
הפלאפל.
has a dream
והוא עושה
of
המון
making the perfect falafel sandwich. What sort of films do you make?
I'm making a documentary about Israel.
That tomb dates back to the time of Abraham.
Really? A tomb? That's great. Don't worry, Scott. We can cut this.
I love tombs.
Me too. They're fascinating. What's the nightlife like in Israel?
Awful nightclubs full of cheap kids trying to get laid.
Brilliant.
If you think that was brilliant, you should see the ruins I'm working on in the desert. It's the most beautiful spot in the whole country. It might be interesting for your film. Keep it.
Look, I better go. I have to find somewhere to stay.
It's late. Why don't we have dinner? I can take you somewhere where you can eat something that isn't too spicy. It's not often I meet someone who's so interested in my work. You can stay on my sofa bed if you like.
What can I say? Just being in Israel, you find out more about the Bible. Now I can understand how a man's life can be changed by a close encounter with a burning bush. I think a short note's in order. Let's face it, Scott. Let's just save the company the cost of a hotel room. I reckon that deserves a few words of farewell. Now, where do these things get left?
On the table. What's this?
Bitch. She left me a bloody note! Right. This is the desert road to one of the lowest points on Earth. I mean, what sort of woman invites you to stay the night and then scarpers? Maybe we didn't actually sleep together, but it's a man's prerogative to sneak away in the morning. Anyway, it's her loss. Sun, sand, and sea. Our development is just a short drive away from the Red Sea. Here, all water sports are on offer, from windsurfing to scuba diving. Now look, I told you, when I say water sports, you go into the sea and you start to dive, okay? And you girls, when he gets in the sea, you walk round behind me and hold your stomachs in. I want to see ribs, ribs. The Red Sea. Here, all water sports are on offer. From windsurfing to scuba. Oh, cut, what's this, a Simpson? Ow! What's all this? And you sink! Dive! Dive!
Why the hell is that guy floating? He's meant to sink.
It's full of salt, Scott. It's the Dead Sea. These Israelis are hot on PR. They should have called it Lake Corpse.
English?
Of course.
Time? Independent? Labor?
You got a penthouse?
That's great. I love it. I knew he wouldn't let me down. Right, fast forward it. I want to see the land.
It's original. I'll give you that.
Stop, right there.
At last. Only a few short yards from the Promised Land. A new concept in timeshare property development. Scott, this place is going to make us millionaires. Just over this ridge is our fortune. Welcome to Gomorrah.
Gomorrah?
Uh-oh. No one need ever know. Anyway, apparently it was much the nicer of the two towns. You never heard of anyone being Gomorrahized, now did you? And it's still beautiful land, and it's cheap land. It's the Promised Land. Excuse me, do you mind keeping out of the way?
Are you a Jewish settler?
No, certainly not. No, if you don't mind. Have you ever used one of these before? This is where... Excuse me, you, Bedouin. This is where the tennis courts can go. Or over here, or maybe over there.
You are sure you're not a Jewish settler?
Yeah, of course I'm sure. Now this would be the best place.
You are not Palestinian.
Yeah, well spotted, mate. Yeah. This is the ideal place for mini golf.
You want to build here mini golf?
Yeah, mini golf here, right here. Is that all right?
On the West Bank?
Yeah, on the West Bank. Just be quiet and leave me alone. Sorry. Oh, God. That's the West Bank, yeah?
God.
So, anyway, how are things back in London? Good weather, I hope. My Bedouin friend here tells me that some of this land, well, let's just say it's disputed territory. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't feel happy building out here.
The car was hired.
They burned my Jeep!
Kids.
My Jeep! I going to get back to civilization?
Tell me, this Zoom is 8 to 1?
What? 10 to 1.
10 to 1, eh? If you come with me, I think I can arrange something for you. Huh?
No, don't switch it on. Hi, Scott. These Bedouins have brought me to their campsite in the desert.
The Sheikh wants the camera. In return, he will give you riches beyond your wildest dreams. He will give you a meal and a lift to the nearest city.
What is this, the Arabian Nights? This belongs to the company, it's not for sale. No. You can't do one of these take one of my daughters for a wife things, okay?
You give him the camera. You take any girl you like and do what you will.
I can't. My job depends on this.
You take any two you like, and this is his final offer.
It's a very generous offer. Boy. It's a very generous offer. I can't accept. Because my career depends on the camera.
Sorry. Proud man, eh? He likes it. You're also in for a bloody long walk.
Great. No property deal. No water. No sex with Sheikh's daughters. No food. No sex with Sheikh's daughters. Am I mad? Ever get the feeling you got your priorities wrong? God? Why do you start these things? Dear God, I'm very thirsty. Water. Please? Am I hallucinating? Or is there more to life than selling timeshares? Maybe I'm 30% in the wrong job. I am hallucinating. I think I've been here before. Scott, I've heard so much about you. This is the most beautiful spot in the whole country. Look at it, Scott. It is completely beautiful. What a place. It's perfect. Heaven on earth. How about that for the name of a timeshare development? Here in the bleak Israeli desert, is it a mirage? Can it be real? An oasis? Ready-made shower facilities. Bring your own soap and you're sorted. Right, kick off! Israel, a land steeped in history, where time waits for every man. Not so much no man's land as no man's land! At last, here in the wilds of this ancient desert, an oasis looms, like a mirage on the horizon. Heaven on earth timeshare development. This is it, Scott. It's just a short drive from the Red Sea, where you can indeed scuba dive and windsurf, and a little further on there's a kibbutz. You know what a kibbutz is? Where a group of people live together and they share everything equally, communing as one. It's the Israeli version of a mental institution. You know, Scott, I used to be a yes man.
True.
There's no point denying it. I never used my own initiative. I just followed your instructions, your rules for success. Well, the time has come to make my own decisions. And the first decision I'm going to make, I'm going to develop this land. How many feet have reached this oasis and wept for joy? How's that for a line for the brochure? Or how about, you've seen the movies, now relive the pain of Charlton Heston. I mean, Scott, Mount Sinai itself is just up the road from here. This could be as big as the Vatican. Bigger, if we can find a sex angle.
Simon?
Hi.
Is that you? What's wrong?
Nothing. Thanks for your note.
Anytime. What are you doing here? You look so different. More like you belong. Do you want to film the ruins?
I thought I'd do some research into kibbutz life.
It's unbelievably dull.
Lose the trees, it's a car park. Bit of plaster, obviously. Toilets already here. Oh, there's so much room. All you need's a bit of paint and we're halfway there. The original timeshare apartments, 10 of them.
Hey! I've made some exciting finds. Right where we're standing now used to be a leper colony.
Leprosy? Isn't that contagious?
Extremely.
Damn it, I don't believe it.
You won't catch anything. We're talking about 4,000 years ago.
I don't believe it. Isn't there a single place in the whole of Israel that isn't contaminated by death or destruction?
People die everywhere.
Yeah, from car accidents or heart disease. Not fire and brimstone and loss of limbs. This whole place is like a big cemetery. It's like trying to build a youth club on Elm Street.
Mind the skulls.
Jesus.
Do you want me to introduce you to the kibbutzniks? They're a bit insular.
Anything. Anything that can still make constructive use of moisturiser will be an improvement.
Simon is a friend of mine. He's a filmmaker.
Wow!
He wants to film around here.
Oh.
Well?
What do you think?
I think he's okay.
If you say so.
So this is the kibbutz. Looks all right. Who cares if it used to be a leper colony? More to the point, how Mr. and Mrs. Punter ever gonna know?
Hi, welcome. I'm Rod, your host for your stay.
Good afternoon.
Everything I have is yours.
Good, thanks.
And,
all right, okay. Everything I have is yours.
Great. Can I borrow the camera? What for?
One for you, 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 one for me, one for you.
My wife and I want to invite you all round later on this evening. We want to share our views.
Fine.
Actually, I'm 100% knackered.
Sure, no problem. Some other time.
All this hippie stuff, after we come in. Pity, really.
We prepared a bed for you. If you're not too tired, you can sleep with my wife.
We have to get the condom bag from next door.
No, really. I'm very tired. A lot of work to do. Till the morning.
Simon? Simon? Wake up. Simon?
Judith? It's too dark.
Come with me. I want to show you something.
Why did you film me tonight?
You look different when you're asleep. More natural. I noticed it when you stayed that night.
More natural?
More attractive.
Oh, Judith. I want to tell you what I'm really doing here.
I know. You came to see me. I'm flattered.
Hiya! What a great sunrise. Ain't that a hell of a sunrise? You know, I'm sure I've seen you someplace before. Weren't you the guy that sold us a timeshare apartment in Miami?
No.
Honey, wasn't that the guy who
Oh, it's Simon! Oh, my God. I didn't recognize you without your suit.
Don't be so ridiculous.
Still got a thing about spicy food, huh?
You must be upset, but I can't explain, honestly. Listen, if I've misled you, I apologise. But there's a lot to be gained from cooperating with me.
Such as?
Go on.
You, get
You tell him, lad.
State-of-the-art.
He is gonna clean up.
Well, there's very little to lose from cooperating with me.
They'll lose their way of life.
No, not necessarily.
All those tourists, fast food restaurants.
Is that too? Fast food restaurant?
McDonald's? Fish and chip shop?
Indian takeaways?
No, he doesn't like spicy food.
The mini golf he built in Miami was the best I ever played. And I played him all over the world.
Mini golf?
Look, I can't guarantee. Look, why are you all so keen to destroy what you have here? Think of all the hard work you put into this place. Think of Judith.
Oh, you're just trying to get into her knickers.
I am not.
So what were you doing out watching the sunrise so early this morning, huh?
He built bowling alleys.
Bowling alleys?
Bowling alleys.
He built playgrounds.
Playgrounds? Playgrounds.
He built
overpriced rubbish.
Overpriced rubbish?
This camera is recording everything here. It's for my boss. Now, he would love you to believe that this development will bring you nothing but good. And do you know why? Because he will make a fortune out of it. This land that you live on, this shouldn't be sold off. This desert is beautiful. This oasis is beautiful. You shouldn't change it one bit.
I still say a mini golf would be nice.
Okay. I'll design it. You build it yourselves.
Yeah!
Hey, give me the camera. Hey, come here.
Simon? Well said. Thank you.
No, thank you. I've learned a lot since I've been here.
But you were trying to get into my knickers. Do you really care what happens to these people?
20% was your knickers, but 80% is a change of heart.
You've changed so much, even in the short time since I've known you. The surface side of me was charmed by the surface side of you. Now, things are deeper.
I know. And I felt that too. An understanding, a mutual respect.
Yes, and in another world.
Well done, Simon.
Who's this?
Simon, this is Avi, my fiancé.
Give me the camera. Come here. Give me the camera.
Yes.
Give me that camera.
It's me.
Give it. Come. Well done, Simon. So she's up one Israeli soldier. I'm up one Israeli army-issue motorcycle. I should think Corporal Fiancé will be Private Fiancé by the morning. And Scott, if you think I'm riding this thing all the way back to London, you got another thing coming. And here it is. Bye.
Have you ever seen anything like that before in your entire life?
Never.